money. You need that money to get stuff you want. You gotta have money from time to time, and there ain't nothing funny if you don't have money. Money, get money. You need that money to get stuff you want. You gotta have money from time to time, and there ain't nothing funny if you don't have money. Money madness. Hey, 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 money madness. Hey, 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 money madness.
All right. I want to make sure that we are live, guys. So I'm just going to do this test to make sure. Okay. Give it a couple of seconds to catch up. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. Welcome to Money Madness with yours truly, Jean Marlo Davis. It's all about how to make the money, how to grow the money, how to protect the money, how to invest the money. It's all about what your money, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help you to grow your money, guys, and really protect. And today is just a whole lot on my mind. I hope I don't look too serious. I'm going to put my glasses on in a minute so I can see my own notes. But today I'm coming here from my office. I hope you guys like it right here in my office downstairs. And I said today I just want to just be right here in the office with you guys and talking about some things that we need to be paying attention to today. I sent an email out talking to people about how they can earn money in their sleep automatically. And one of the things I'm going to talk about today is creating and selling your own courses. So welcome to Money Madness every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with yours truly, Miss Jean Marlo Davis. I'm here to help you guys to really understand what you need to understand about money and how to grow it. And remember that money flows where attention goes. If you're not making any noise, then you're not making any money. So let's talk about this, what I'm going to talk about today. Today, I was just reading, the millions. Last time I read, it was around about April something. It was over, 22 million people that were unemployed. 22 million. That was in April. I haven't even looked at May, what the numbers were. But let's just go off for April news. 22 million people unemployed. And I did a show yesterday. Well, it was Thursday, and I talked about what did 2020 teach you? What did it teach you? And one of the things that it taught me was that you definitely cannot depend on a job. That's what it should have taught you automatically. I haven't worked a job, guys, in 19 years. In 19 years, I haven't worked a job. I started my own business. I've been working for the IRS for years. Left the IRS, started my own business. Had taxes and finance for over 20 years, and then rebrand myself as the wealth creator that I am today, and earning money in my sleep. So if you see me look over here, I'm checking to make sure you guys can see me on the big screen. So let's go ahead and get started. So tonight, I want to talk about creating and selling your own course. People contact me all the time and they say, Jean, what can I do right now to earn money? Of course, I always tell people the easy way, if you got involved in direct sales or MLM and things of that nature, but you got to be someone who have a center of influence. You got to know how to recruit. You got to know how to brand yourself. You got to know all that. And some people say all day, every day, well, I'm not a seller. I don't like to sell. And I always say, I beg to differ, because if you're married, if you're dating someone, if you have a job, whatever, you're selling every day. You're selling every day. You're spreading every day. You're sharing every day. If I see another no rush video, it's cute. It's cute. Look, I should have had what Bruce edited and the money come drop in there, baby. No rush challenge. Can we get this money challenge though? A lot of people, struggling financially. They said 22 million were unemployed in April, and I was like, okay, I really want to help people where they don't end up in that situation. What can we do? But I know you have to be willing to learn. You have to be willing to change. You have to be adaptable. You have to be able to, just be willing to change. And a lot of people are not willing to change. Some people, after this pandemic is over, some people are going to be totally lost because they're used to a certain thing being a certain way. And now that there's been a conscious interrupt that has happened in all of our lives, a lot of people are going to be like, when it's over, like, oh my God, I just don't know what to do. Some people are going to be so afraid to step out of their homes. Some people it's just going to be a holy mess. And some people like, you know what? I don't believe none of this stuff is real. I think this, that, and the other. I think it's hyped up more than what it should be, things of that nature. So you have a lot of people thinking different things. But one of the things that I want to focus on with Money Madness is I want to focus on helping you to earn the type of money you deserve. I asked let me make sure this is silent right here. Boom. All right. I asked some people last week, that called me for their free 15-minute consult. I asked some people, I said, financially, how are you doing? And what has this time taught you? And one lady said, Jean, I was working a job for 20 years. 20 years. And the job told me that after this is over and they're going out of business, they're shutting down, they don't need them anymore. And the most they gave them was like, I think she said a 2-week increase, maybe a 2-week stimulus check. 2 weeks stimulus check after her working there for over 20 some odd years, and she only gets 2 weeks stimulus check. She said, Jean, I don't know what to do, but I'm skilled in this, another. And I said, you know what? That is awesome, because I'm going to share something on Monday that I feel you need to pay attention to. Hopefully she tuned in. Hopefully you guys go ahead right now, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's get into this right now about creating and selling your own courses. Each of us have talent, skills, and abilities that we can teach on, we can train on. If you've been working a job over 10 years, trust, you have learned. I don't care if it's timekeeping, bookkeeping, how to do Excel spreadsheets, how to do this, that, and the other. I don't care what it is. The talent that you have, you can sell it. You can sell it. By selling courses online, I have made myself the authority online, and I'm able to receive leads every day. Understand that. If you have a business and you're looking for leads, if you sell courses, and this is the structure on how you do it though, how you're able to get the leads. But if you have a program for sale, I know a friend of mine, she teach people how to write books. If you have a book and you can promote, man, now you have oncoming leads coming to you all the time, wanting something, or they have dripped into your marketing system that you can drip on them every day. You can drip on them. So you're able to receive leads every day. The first thing that you have to do is you have to make sure whatever you pick, and I hope you write this down, the topic has to be the perfect course topic for you. Meaning that you have to be passionate. What I'm talking about today is creating and selling your own courses. Welcome to Money Madness with Jean Marlo Davis. Each Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is about how to make money, how to keep money, how to protect money, how to grow money. It's all about your money. And today we're talking about creating and selling your own courses. So you want to be able to pick the perfect course topic, be passionate about your topic. And one of the things that I do that I would tell everybody to do is you want to go look at some topics that are really trending, that people are really talking about. That you Google some topics, see how many people are really researching. You can find all that with analytics that's out today. You can go to YouTube, you could type in something and it'll come up. Just put a little coronavirus and put a space and the subject could come up, or whatever, health, and space out, subject could come up, and the first thing that comes up show you what people are Googling or searching the most. So if you have education space, see what's the Google about, making money online, marketing, branding, stocks and bonds, how to trade online. There's so many subjects out there today that you can teach on, but make sure you're passionate about it. Make sure there's an interest, because people can feel that in your presentation. If you don't have a strong energy behind that thing, authority behind that thing, people can feel it and they like, no, that person don't even believe it themselves. So you want to make sure you believe what you're selling and you're passionate about it. So be passionate about your topic. Be subject specific about your course. Do not be too broad. Okay, how to bake a cake. That is really broad. How to bake a strawberry cheesecake is more specific. That's what you want. Now, that's not somebody out there want to learn how to do it, though, don't they, Bruce? Mm-hmm. Somebody want to learn how to make a strawberry cheesecake, but that's not what I'm talking about. You want to make sure that your subject is not broad. It's very specific, something that you're passionate about, something that that people are interested in. How do I know this, Gene? When you go Google, you'll see the top 10 that would come up in the search engine. When you go to YouTube and you type the subject in there in space, it'll give you the top 10 as well. So you're able to look at that and see if this is something that I want to develop. This is something that I want to research, because you're going to have to do the research. You're going to have to do the outline for it. It is a lot of work that you need to do. I'm just letting you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So you got to make sure you're willing to do it. I'm talking about creating and selling your own courses. Before I go to number 2, I remember when I created the, what was the first one? The Give Yourself a Raise course. When I first created that, I have made thousands and thousands of dollars on showing people the 2 tax codes in America, showing people personal versus commercial, job versus business, teaching them the most common tax deductions. Then in that, showing them that if they're working a job, whether it's full-time or part-time, and they building a business, whether it's full-time or part-time, and they went into business with the attempt to make money, to earn money, now they qualify for 100 tax deductions. But if they're working a job, they're able to adjust their W-4 and get themselves a raise. And it was called the Give Yourself a Raise program. I made thousands of dollars from that. I've done webinars, I've sold books, I've done all that stuff. And it was something that I was very passionate about, because I'm an ex-IRS auditor. I know a lot of the information. It was very easy for me to start and finish with it. It was a product. And still today, after I created that product, probably early 2003, 4, and still today, it is still in demand. People want to know how they can legally, ethically, and morally adjust their W-4 and get themselves an extra $300 to $500 or more a month. It's just awesome like that. And I created that program. Years ago. If you see me look down, guys, I am looking for your questions. Please leave a comment below. Whether you have a question, a comment, you want to jump into the conversation, feel free to do so. And I will periodically check and see what you got to say. Okay, it's right here for you. So make sure it's something you're passionate about. But the program that I sold, I made thousands of dollars. It has allowed me to get on stages. It has allowed me to work with people like Danny Glover, Fran Tarkenton, Ken Rothness, Jack Zufelt. I can name Norm Alvis, Michael Pearson, all these people I'm naming, these are millionaires. And of course, you know, Danny Glover, it allowed me because people would have me to come onto their platform and educate about taxes. And they would say, hey, look, I want you to bring your program because I want people to be able to purchase it. And I would make thousands of dollars every day. What I am striving to do for those who are serious about, you know what, I did not like how I got caught out here with this pandemic. I did not like how my hand got caught in the cookie jar, meaning that you got caught not having extra money. You got caught depending on a stimulus. You got caught saying, oh my God, you know, I don't have enough money to make. And we say this in presentations. I remember traveling all over, Bruce. I used to always say from Alaska to Nebraska. Y'all remember that, right? I used to say that back in the day when I would be on stages educating people why they need a home-based business. You need a home-based business. You need it. I would talk about the tax advantages of having a home-based business, building wealth for yourself, creating generational wealth. I would just be on stage hours sweating my hair out, all that stuff, just on stage teaching, telling people why they need a business. And then something like coronavirus shows up. COVID-16, 19, whatever it is, shows up. And people, phone call ringing off the hook of people saying, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. When do you think we'll get the stimulus? I need the stimulus. Oh, my job gave me a letter. I'm not coming back. Oh, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. This, that, and the other. And see, I always believe in being prepared, you know, to be ye ready for anything, to really look at where you are. And I've been saying this over and over and over again, to really look at where you are and know where you want to go and get a game plan. Get someone like myself or somebody else that can put a game plan together for you. So I'm helping those. Hopefully this right here, what I teach, I charge for this. But I'm giving you this information. I'm sharing with you how I've made thousands of dollars. How I even created a course 2 weeks ago and made $10K from it. I researched it. I did all the work. We'll get into all that. But if you want to know what you need to do to really, after I go over this, I will make sure that Bruce dropped my info down so you could be in touch with me. So be subject specific. Create a step-by-step system with your online course. We're talking about creating and selling your own courses, guys. There's a lot of money into it. People want to know what you know, and they will pay you if you have the knowledge. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Tamika Atkins, thank you for being here. What you want to know specifically, Tamika? You want to know how to create a course? You want to know? Let me know what you want to know specifically so I can make sure I'll be there for you. Okay. So create a step-by-step system with your online course. What people are buying is your system. Anybody can Google anything, come up with anything, but you want to make sure that you create a step-by-step system. You want to make sure that you can solve problems with your course. Okay, awesome. You want to learn how to do a course. Okay, well, make sure that I drop my number down below, Bruce, Tamika, everybody that's listening. What you want to do, you want to text me your name and contact info. That means I know it'll be your cell phone, but I need your email as well so we can see where you are and I can give you a free 15-minute consult and we can go from there. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on this. Bruce has the number down there. Tamika scrolling on the screen. Everybody that's watching it. Okay, turn up. Tiara, okay. Thank you, Tiara. Great. I love you, beautiful. Thank you for being here. But a lot of people sleep on it. And you know, it's a lot of information out here. But I feel that people are lazy. They're lazy. They don't want to do the work. And not just that, the most dangerous thing is they're inconsistent. They'll start something, do a little bit of it, get a little run, and boom, they're over with it. I think the Marlo Davis show that comes on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I think we're into the third month, correct? Third month, and the this Money Madness, I think we're probably like in week 6 or something like that. Do you know people would have been quit a long time ago? They would have probably did 2-3 shows and be like, okay, I'm done. That take up too much of my time. I don't want to be on here doing this. But you don't understand. People are constantly watching. Just because you don't know they're watching. And people don't like people who are inconsistent. Sometimes people got to see something 7 times. They got to be touched 7 times before their money come out of their pocket. People do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. How can I get someone to know me, like me, and trust me so they can flow me? That's what you got to ask yourself. And you got to be consistent. I don't care if it's one person watching, nobody's watching. You do that because guess what? Eventually, they're going to watch in the replay. They'll go back and watch, okay? So we're talking about building, selling, creating your own course. Guys, money is in it. I trip that when we create something, how money comes to us. That's why I say I'm a wealth creator, because money comes to me easily, effortlessly, and continuously, and continuously in ever increasing amount. And my goal is to try to entertain, educate, and execute. That's what I do in everything that I do. I entertain, I educate, and I execute. And that's what you got to do. Entertain, write it down, educate, and execute. And if you don't do that, you won't get paid. Content is everything. Content is everything. Somebody need to write that down. Content is everything, and you got to be consistent, okay? So, create a system. What I did, as I go over this, I tell you what I did. I found a subject that I was very passionate about, that we have partners that's doing it, and I created how to earn 6 figures with Airbnb without owning any property. How many people want to know how to do that? A lot of people, because a lot of people think that you got to have property to earn money off of real estate. That is false. You don't have to have property. You don't have to own it. You know, you can use other people property, just like you can use other people money, OPM. And so basically what I did is I created a course. I interviewed people, talked to my partners, created an outline, had to ask different people online. You know, Facebook, they do polls. People do polls all the time. They asking the wrong things though. But when you're online, you want to ask people questions about what their interests are, who they be with. They're going to be here for a while. Don't let me start doing me some Biggie. Ain't that Biggie, babe? Is that Biggie right there? You know, do you know what I was just saying? Okay. By now you should know I'm silly. So look, you got to ask people what their interests are. You know, what it is that they would like to learn, where they're suffering from. Be concerned, be interested in people. And when you do that, guys, you sincerely, you're going to find like that you got like a golden buzzard or something. Like you got the Midas touch, because everything you touch turns to gold, turns to profit, turns to cash in your pockets, because people are telling you. It's just like you asking your child, your husband, your wife, your friend, what do you want for your birthday? And they tell you, and you're able to get it, and it's a hit. It's the same thing. Imagine you go buy something, somebody that you don't know what they want, and then they looking at you like, thank you for the thought. But here, it allows us to cut the mustard so we can catch up, okay? We're able to ask questions. You have not because you ask not. Start asking people. They're on your social media. They're on your Instagram, your Facebook. Create a nice little beautiful picture and ask people, what would you like to learn more about? What do you see yourself in the next year? Let's not even jump into 3, 4, 5 years. Woo! Let's not do that, because we know 2020, Jesus. Okay, that just didn't quite turn out the way we thought it was. Okay, so, you know, we plan and God plan. He's the best of planners. So, you know, hey, we do the best that we can do. You know, but ask somebody, what are you working on right now? What is it that you would like to do? And then you go and you Google some of these topics, you YouTube some of these topics and see what's the top 10. And then you begin to create a course outline. You want to create something step by step that's going to answer some of these questions. You guys following me? Y'all following me? Y'all got this, Tamika, y'all? You got this? Okay, great, great, great. Okay. Now, you want to be able to structure your course plan. Like when, back in the day, they taught you how to create an outline. You put the title, then you put the supporting the modules that you're going to have. Then you might have another title, how to get paid working at home. This is just an example. Then you give little things, 3 examples, ABC. How to automate your business and get paid in your sleep. And you give ABC. How to create on income producing assets, and you give this and that. It's got to be all supporting what it is that you're talking about. I'm just giving you an example. You want to make sure you structure your modules and your courses that it makes sense. If it makes sense, it'll make dollars. Okay, everybody's along with me? Y'all got me? Okay, great, great, great. Now, you want to make sure you structure it. Then you want to make sure your prices are not cheap. A lot of people, they create cheap courses, $19.99, $49, and they wonder why it doesn't sell. Well, if you see somebody have a course for $49 and you see somebody that has a course for $14.99, that's $1,499. You're going to think that course that's $1,499 is more valuable than this $49. Now, you might have hella content in there. You might have researched for years and put a course together and you just know that, oh my God, this is it right here. But because you put it so cheap, people equate value to price points. So if it's cheap, you don't want it. But you feel good rocking around with the XL belt on, with the Michael Moore's purse, with the Jimmy Choo shoe. You know why? Because it says something. It speaks class. It's a price point that you have. And so you're able to show that, hey, look, I'm rocking it. This is a value. And that's what people see without you even opening your mouth. The same thing without you opening your mouth, that when people see your price for your course, they see cheap, no value. They see a high price. They say, okay, this must have a lot of value in it. So, oh, guys, I'm getting a little hot. Hold on. Let me get I'm getting hot, Bruce. So, look, guys, because I get passionate. When I get passionate, I get hot, guys. I get really hot. So, anyway, we're talking about your price point. A lot of times people price points are so cheap that they knock themselves out before they even get started. When I started, I have created several courses just out of thin air. I sat down and I said, what would I like to learn about this? What would I like to learn? And I did my research. I have in my book right now several topics that I'm going to research. I'm going to formulate an outline. I'm going to create the course. I'm going to create the module. I'm going to then do the webinar, the PowerPoint, record the PowerPoint, and then create the marketing strategy. And that's what you're going to have to do. That's what you're going to have to do. You got to create anticipation, okay? In order to really build out your course once you have done the research. And again, you want to make sure it's something that you're excited about, something that you're passionate about, something that you know that you wouldn't have the problem to put the man hours in to research it. Then draw out your course outline. Make sure you bring home what it is that the people want to learn. Like I said, take a poll, ask questions, say, hey guys, I'm getting ready to come out with something very powerful. I need your help. What do you think about dust, and dust? And see what people say they want and include it in your course outline. But once the course is created, you don't want to start promoting let's say, the course in its entirety. You don't want to do that. Okay. What you want to do is create a free webinar. Did you know free webinars allows you to retain 40% of your customers? Free webinars. That's the reason why people pay and pay and pay again, because I get them excited. They anticipating. It's like you're talking about the meal and the meal haven't came yet. You just got the little samples. The samples taste good. You're like, ooh, I can't wait till I get the meal, because if the sample is good, I know the meal is good. That's the mindset. It's a science, guys. It's a science. You want to create a free webinar. Create a free webinar, and what happens with the free webinar? The free webinar is going to allow you to get leads, okay? But at the end of the free webinar, you're going to put on there where they go to take the 4-week course that you're going to create. Because it's always going to be about 4 weeks, okay? 4 weeks. I say no less than 4. You can make it 6 and 8, but no less than 4 weeks. Write that down. 4 weeks. You're going to create a 4-week course, and it's a lot of information. Once you research, you can find a lot of information to create that, because your 4 weeks is only 30. The course. This is what's so funny. When you do the presentation each week over the 4 weeks, it's only about 30-40 minutes. You don't make it hours, because people retention is so low, but that's so much information there. And remember, people are paying you not just for information. People are paying you to bring value to them. You get paid to bring value to the marketplace. So you are paying them because you're going to help them. You giving value, but you are helping them to get results. Think about that. You can charge anything when you get results. So you want to make sure that in the free webinar gives, I like to say, 10% information, 90% inspiration. I go over this. I break this down. I share with you how your webinar need to be, how your free webinar. I teach this, and I make sure, guys, if you want the information, I help you to get it. But in your free webinar, you're giving 10% information, and 90% inspiration. You don't want to. What you're doing is you're putting a problem out there. You're presenting the problem. You're giving them statistics, sharing with them what's to support your subject. You have what the topic is, supporting sentences. You do your statistics, what you have found, this, that, and the other. Then you give them a little more information about it. You talk about maybe testimonies or what other people have done, this, that, and the other. But when at the end, you let them know how you're going to help them and what you have provided. And as you see, the research shows what I went over, dust, and dust. And you let them know that you're going to give them email support. They're going to have phone support. They're going to have Q&A that's going to be available. You're going to include in the program your private Facebook group that they're able to be a part of. And you're going to be having maybe one live conference call a week or something of that nature once it starts to pick up, guys. And what that does is that adds even more value to your 4-week course. And then what happens, guys, is this. The free webinar, after they have gotten their mouth all salivated and they're hungry and they want the meat and they're like, that was some good information. The free webinar now is going to send them to the paid course. It's going to say, register here. Normally the price is this, but we're giving you a discount price. And here's the price. And it has the link there. And when they click on that link, it should now take them to the paid course where they can register, pay, and now they can start getting the course. That's how you want it set up. The free webinar is like the salt. I love, one of my mentors said that a long time ago. He said, you want to create the salt. What is the salt? Salt, you got salt in your mouth, you start to think about what? Water. You're thirsty. Salt makes you thirsty. So you're thirsty for what? You're thirsty for more information. So now you're more apt to opting in, clicking on the link, putting your information in there. And even with the system that I use, and I explain all this for those who take my courses, the system that I use, it even drip on them. Let's say if they have an empty cart where they go there and they don't sign up, the next day it's going to send them a hello. I see that you went there to my cart and you didn't finish. It's going to encourage them to finish, okay? Finish shopping. Because again, people have to be touched. How many times? 7 times, a lot of times, before they buy. That's why it's so important to have a system in place. You have an autoresponder. The autoresponder allows you to follow up with people every day, to touch them every day. I'm not talking about spamming people. This is something that people have given you permission to get their email so you can send information to them, and you send valuable information. It's a formula with sending out emails as well, that you give inspiration, and then you hit them up with hey, look, I see you looked at this and you haven't purchased yet. This is what we got going on right now. That's what you do. Maybe the first email is about, we're so excited to have you. Welcome to our newsletter, this, day, under. The next email may be a testimony. Then the next email is for them to take action. So that's even in the autoresponder. I know, trust me, I know that I'm sharing a lot of information. It was a lot for me too. But I want you to know everything has a system. Okay? Everything has a system. The beautiful thing, and I want you to vision this, because I'm going to wrap it up on this last part, but this is what I want you to think about. Imagine it took you a month and a half to create the course, do the research, this, that, and the other. Okay? Then you had to create the marketing system. You had to find out what program. Of course, you're going to use PowerPoint to create that. You got to find a program, OES or something, to do the recording for you. And then you got to find a hub where you're going to put the recording that's going to allow people to access the recording. Then you got to figure out how I'm going to market it. Am I going to remember filming, recording, and editing your online course? You got to remember that. You got to think about launching and ongoing marketing. How am I going to market it? Am I going to use social media, Facebook, Instagram? Am I going to use Google AdWords? Am I going to use Facebook marketing? Will you receive early bird discount if they register right away? Are you going to allow them to do that? Will you, do you have a list to market to? Can you partner up with influencers and share their stage with them? These are the things that you have to think about when you create this. But let's just say you create the course. You go through all that stuff, guys. And then you know what marketing, how you're going to market. You know how you're going to, if you're going to share Instagram with someone, somebody allow you to come on their platform, talk about your product a little bit. That's what we call share stages. And that's a way of marketing. Or somebody has a great Facebook group and they allow you to come on and share your information. That's good marketing. But let's just say all this stuff, all the hard work, this, that, and the other, you create your course, you go through the marketing, and it take you 6 months to really start seeing some traction on this one course. And it may not take that long, but I always like to be the devil's advocate. Because if I come out strong, then it don't happen. Then y'all be like, well, you said, and listen, everything, you have to work hard. You have to be willing to put the time in, energy, and money. But I just want you to go down this lane with me. I want you to visualize with me. You don't get what you want. You get what you picture, guys. So I just want you to picture what I'm saying. Took you 6 months, got the traction, the ads are going now, everything is done, and you're just doing your marketing, you're sharing stages in this. And then one day you wake up and you got 1,000 sales and your product costs $3,000. How much money is that? That's $3 million. But what if that happens the next day too? And then the next day? And then the next day? Because now your webinar, because it's going to be auto recorded, they're going to be able to access it even when you're asleep. It could be thousands of people watching your webinar every day. And those people register all you need. Man, even if you have 10 people buy a webinar in a day, and I'm going real low, 10 people, that's $30,000 you don't made that week. $30,000. What happens when it becomes 100? That's $300,000. Goodness, like we said earlier, 1,000. That's 3 mil. So what? It took you 4 to 6 months to get everything where you want it, getting the traction, the ads going. When it happens, guys, it's going to be a massive explosion. I remember this one guy who's a multimillionaire. He used to say, you got to work, and then get paid, and work, and get paid, and work, and get paid. And then he said, eventually you get paid, you get paid, you get paid, you get paid. And it's the truth. It's the truth. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You got to be willing to do the work. You got to be willing to do the work. I will say to you, I get excited because you should be telling yourself, I am a multimillionaire. Money comes to me easily, effortlessly, and continuously in ever increasing amounts. Everywhere I go, money meet me and money greet me. I am highly influential. I share stages. I'm all around the world. People want my services. People want what I have to offer. People want to tune into me. You got to say these things to yourself because faith comes by hearing. I learned that from the way our bishop said the other day. That really got me because he said faith come by hearing, not what you heard. You get that? That's dope. I said, wait a minute. So I could have heard something one time and it can change, right? So faith comes by hearing it over and over and over and over again. You are where you are because you said it. You said it. You believed it. Therefore, you are results of your past. Where you are today are from your past thoughts, your past actions, your past beliefs. You can begin now to change your situation, to change your environment. This being locked in should have been a reset for you. A reset on what it is that being creative, something should have got you just damn upset. Let me take some water off that, Bruce. Goodness. Something should have got you so upset that you said never again. Never. That's how my mama used to do it with her lips. Never. Why she do that, bro? Why? Never. She meant never again, Gene. That's how she used to do. But something should have got you so upset that you said, never will I be in this situation again. You should be thirsty. Thirsty, you know, back in the day, they said, if you thirsty, that was bad. You know what that meant. No, but you should be thirsty for knowledge. Thirsty for knowledge, wisdom, understanding. And you should know that you have been given the power to create wealth. You have the power. You got that glow. You Bruce Leroy, okay? You got the glow. You got to just believe in yourself like never before. I talked about today creating and selling your own courses. Guys, it's profitable. And when you create these webinars and you automate the webinar, guys, I don't care how long it takes. Just keep marketing. You're going to learn more. You're going to learn about keywords. You're going to learn about, clickbait. You're going to learn about so many different things to help add value to your webinar. And that free webinar, you never want to hit them with the 4-week course right away because they're not hungry for it. You don't want to shove the meat down their throat. You want to give them the salt. You want to do the Salt Bay on them like that. That's Salt Bay, sprinkle a little salt. You're like, that look good. You want to give them the salt. That's why free webinars are very important because it wets their whistle and they want more. and you have your course already lined out, already shot, already ready to go, the website done. It's a lot goes into it. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. You should be right now thinking, what is it that I want to teach somebody that I know I'm very passionate about? That I know that I would have fun doing the research. And I probably, Gene wouldn't have to do all the research because I already know it. It would just be formulating that thing, creating the outline, figuring out what I want my free webinar to be, and then breaking down the 4-week course, what the 4-week course is going to cover. Guys, I did it. I've done it. I've done it in my sleep. And we launched a course a couple of weeks ago, made 10K. We rebranded ourselves maybe about a year or so ago, made 6 figures in 4 months, turned around, made another 6 figures in 3 months. We're on track this year, I would say within the next 6 to 12 months, to earn multiple 7 figures. We're on track. I don't say that to brag or boast. I say that because you're working with a qualified person, not somebody who just philosophizing or analyzing, but someone who has done it, that don't need a bunch of dings and bells and yelling to the top of her voice to convince you that it works. Because have you noticed that when you make money, you just don't flex no more? It's the broke ones that's flexing. Do you know that? We like nice things. Of course, we're going to have our nice things, but we're not trying to convince. What we're doing is we're conveying that you can do anything, but it takes, you got to do the work, you got to do the research, guys. You got to be fully all in, and you got to be willing to learn, be willing to be teachable and coachable. And so, guys, that's what all I wanted to talk about today. I said, as I wrap it up, you want to pick the perfect course topic, be passionate about your topic, make sure you're subject specific about your course, do not be broad, make sure your course has high market demand, create a step-by-step system with your online course. What people are buying from you is a system to do something. Okay, structure your module and your course plan. Don't price your courses too cheaply. Create anticipation by creating a free webinar. The free webinar is going to allow to promote your product. It's going to help you to get leads. It's going to allow you to drip, drip, drip on that customer, touch them 7 times and help them. Those who don't buy right away, they go into your autoresponder, and then it's your responsibility to create the campaign to continue to drip on them to get more clients. Remember, filming, recording, and editing your online course, launch and ongoing marketing, which will give people early bird pricing when they buy. Make sure you partner up with some influencers. Let them ask them to allow you to come on their stage, whether that be their Instagram account, Facebook Live, whatever, to promote, maybe offer some referrals, things of that nature. But guys, listen, you can create your own course. It's easy. It's easy. What's hard is really sitting down, being disciplined, doing the research, learning something new, failing at it, but refusing to give up. When you create that baby and that baby come together, it feels so good. And then how you know it works, when you make $1 on that thing, it's time to scale it up, baby. It's time to really pay attention to the numbers. Pay attention to your average. Pay attention to how many people saw your video versus how many people purchased. And that would tell you how many times you got to expose your video, your ad, that is, in order to get the people that you're looking for. Guys, listen, I hope this helped you out a lot. I love what I do. I'm definitely in the right place at the right time, working with the right people. I hope that during this lockdown, that it allowed you to see that everybody don't value you like you value you. And sometimes working these jobs, you're like a number and you're at their disposal. That may be hard to receive, but truth is truth. What are you going to do now that will not put you in that situation again if we're looking at another shutdown in October or January or whenever? You know, what are you going to do now to make sure that never again are you looking for the government to take care of you, that you're not looking? Should have made you feel some type of way to say, okay, man, I was sitting up there just searching and hoping and pleading for a stimulus. I told somebody the other day, I cried because I didn't get a stimulus. And it wasn't because I wanted the stimulus. It was because I was happy that I didn't qualify. I was happy that I didn't qualify. And I'm happy about that, because when you begin to depend on the government, it becomes a trap, because you do just enough so you can qualify. It's time now for you to step out into your greatness. It's time for you to believe in yourself. Believe that you were made to rule and reign. You know, believe that, like my bishop said, that we savages, man. We got this. I'm a savage. What? You got to be willing to step out and understand that you are the best at what you do, that you're talented, that you're skilled beyond measure. You know, that's why when I say my name is Jean Marlo Davis and I'm a wealth creator and you're a wealth creator too, and I say you can have, you can be, you can do anything, because I want you to hear it. I want you to believe it. I want you to receive it. I'm no better than you. I'm no better than you. You're no better than me. We can do this together. We can build together. I hope that being locked in, it showed you what's really important. Nobody could spend their money being locked in, could they? Couldn't spend their money, couldn't go to the fancy shows, couldn't travel, had to figure out what to do at home, had to be still in the storm. I hope that you learned something very, very, very valuable about yourself, about your family, about your dreams, about your goals. And I hope you realize tomorrow, we say it all the time, but it's become a cliche. Tomorrow is not promised to none of us. So if you have a big dream, a big goal, when are you going to do it? When are you going to step into it? If not now, when are you going to do it? Your family's struggling. Poverty knows your name. Brokenness do too. Paying bills, working just to pay bills. Who's going to break that chain, that curse? If not you, who? That's what I hope you was focusing on, for goodness sake. Not Netflixing yourself to death. There's nothing wrong with a movie every now and again, but it is something wrong when you're the movie and you don't, and it turns into a nightmare or a thriller, perhaps. So, guys, listen. I hope that you're ready to make a change. Change ain't changed until you're ready to make it. I'm available. Bruce, can you drop the number, please? Hey, I'm giving out free 15-minute consults. People have been using it. Leaders have been using these free consults. They eating it like Tic Tacs. Congratulations to everybody that has been getting these 15-minute consults. And some of y'all have went over. I didn't charge you. I still was there because I want you to know I'm here for you. I'm here for you. The consult, the 15 minutes is free. But if you want me to coach you, mentor you, put a plan together, yes, there's a cost for that. Don't call me saying I have no money to invest. That is foolish, because all we doing is having a conversation, walking along the beach. I want to work with those who say, I'm done with the walking. I'm done with the talking. It's time for me to execute. It's time for me to live the type of life. If that's you, guess what? I don't even have no sleeves too much. I'm ready to work with you. I'm ready to work with you day and night, night and day. Let's get this thing going. Let's get some courses created. Let's create some multiple streams of income. Let's stop BSing and let's start testing some of these funnels so we can get paid. That's what we got to do. And with that being said, my numbers across the screen, 678-457-9493. Get your free consultation, guys. You want to go ahead and text me and say, hey, Gene, I want my free 15-minute consult. I'm here for you. Also, you want to go to theluckfirmllc.com. theluckfirmllc.com. That will allow you to see some of the experiences that we have, some of the coaching platforms that we have and what the cost is, to give you an idea, but still get your free 15 minutes. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for being here. Another Money Madness. Wasn't that good, Bruce?
Yes,
that was some good information. I hope you guys are inspired to put some things into action, man. Stop talking about it. Be about it. Let's make it happen. My name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator. You are a wealth creator. Money comes to you easily, effortlessly, and continuously in ever-increasing amount. You can have, you can be, you can do anything. Pick up the phone. Like my homeboy said, one call, that's all. Pick up the phone, call me. Let's make it happen. And I'll see you Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same back time, same back channel for the Jean Marlo Davis Show. I love you. I see you soon. God bless. Take action.